Hello everyone and welcome back to Pesterquest streams. Welcome Phoenix, yay! You are here and awake! Welcome anyone viewing it honestly. So today we're doing Gamzees, but I just have a little extra thing about Vriska to talk about that I kind of have given some more thought since yesterday, because that's what Vriska does. She gets in your head and then lives there rent-free. And now, it's Gamzee time! Thank you for sitting with me through all that. If you have any thoughts about that whole thing, then please shoot them out there. But I'm gonna boot that dang darn game up, get the stream start text off the fucking screen already, and finally look in chat, because I was off in space. Genuinely has the ability to accelerate. To the end of the comic like a muse of heart, subconsciously affecting characters with their forgotten Homestuck memories, slowly making their opinions and ideas into reality without regard for the character's free will. But that's like a theory. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some MSPA reader definitely brings some sort of vaguely supernatural like friendship powers to this. But yeah, I just felt like in that particular situation that it was just like, it just like really pushed the limits of that, you know what I mean? Which, again, is not to say that I didn't necessarily like it. I think that the narrative, like the structure of like the narrative prose, so to speak, was good, and like, the part with Boulder and then with Doc Scratch was like fucking, that's the good ass shit. That is the good shit. But yeah, it just something felt, there's just a lot of things that felt kind of shaky, like off about the ending specifically, so I just wanted to like, bleh. And now that's off of my chest. So it's Gamzee time. Volume 6, Route 1, fucking Canons. How do they work? Yeah, so this one doesn't fade in. It's kind of like, whoa, Carcat is here. Not what I was expecting. But yeah, so this is this. We start off with Carcat, and let's jump on in. First things first. You deliver Carcat into the arms of a giant white crab, which strikes you as a totally normal and safe thing to do. So basically, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of got the impression from Carcat's route that they were just gonna, like, keep him there because, you know, to keep him safe from the drones. But I guess it does seem to be like it was more of a coast is clear type thing, and that he's now actually being returned home. Welcome, Jade. Hello. We just got started. You're really beginning to get the hang of this zap situation. For instance, you are now capable of utilizing it without unleashing a lengthy exposition on the values of interpersonal relationships. You can just go. Lucky, too, since when you drop Carcat off at his place, he does not look in the mood for philosophy. More for crawling into bed and sleeping for a week. You don't blame him. Dave and John are nice kids, but they do require a high level of buy-in to talk to. Just wrapped up the first arc of your campaign. Yay, sick! That's awesome. Congrats. Definitely drives the narrative loco. Oh my god, yeah. Since you have a memory like a steel friendship trap, you recall that there's another possible bro in the area. What had Carcat called that kid? He lost his shit at the thought of meeting? Macarena? Macaroni? You zap to Macaroni's house. This time, you aim for the yard and not the broom closet, and find yourself outside a huge sandstone castle at the edge of a dark, sprawling ocean. You'd have said it was abandoned if it wasn't for the lights inside the windows. God, there he fucking is. Also, the music is Miracles, and I can't... Fuck, I was gonna look it up. I can't remember if this is from Alternia or Alternia Bound. But it is... Oh, yes. It's him. The moment this was... The first time I played this, I like... What the fuck did I say? Hello, Windows? If I can find it way the fuck back in here. Where is it? Fuck it, whatever. Oh yeah, update. I was like, oh yeah, I'm finally sitting down to play Volume 6. Started with Gamzee. And it's just like, update. Gamzee is staring into my fucking soul and he hasn't even spoken yet. I hate this. Let's fucking go. This was the screen. He has not said shit fuck yet, but he's just destroying my soul with his fucking eyes. Like, these sprites are so perfect. Standing at the tide line is some sort of Halloween decoration. A scarecrow made entirely of sticks and hair and a pair of oversized gray pants. Wait, they probably don't even have Halloween here. It's already spooky enough every day. A nocturnal world can't even fuck with night holidays. The scarecrow throws a rock into the surf. Winding up his long, thin arm is a whole production, although the motion is surprisingly fluid. You edge closer, not wanting to alarm him, but needing to move the plot along at a reasonable clip. You clear your throat. The boy Scarecrow does the laziest double take you have ever seen. It's like he's on half speed. Motherfucker, are you lost? That's a little forward. Not that you aren't hip to all the choicest trends that the kids are on. You have absolutely no problem with some random teen just swearing at you out of the blue. It's absolutely fine. In fact, you love it. Makara, that's what his name was. You ever look at the ocean? You know, really get your eye stalks going on it. You really like his sprite? I do too. Like, the moment I saw Gamzee sprites, I was like, this is fucking perfect. Like, it just captures the energy so well. Like, God, there's later ones where just the facial expressions are fucking hilarious and they're so perfect. His horns look thin. That is true. This, the Haven's art style has, I noticed that with Risco as well, that, they were drawing the horns a little bit smaller, but I think it still looks really good. I think it does still look great. This was your first encounter, you'd think he was a baby. Oh my god, you know what? I'm gonna take a small break to go grab, I know break usually means a specific thing, but I mean I'm going to walk across the 6 feet across my bedroom and grab the Homestuck book, because I was just continuing to read the author notes today, and I got to a specific part talking about Gamzee. That was really interesting. Okay. In another world, Gamzee is just a chill stoner who eats pie all day. Yeah, let me find which pages. Okay, I think I'll just read this one. So this is for page 2817 and 2818. Actually, I can just fucking link the page, the first one. Let's see. Story 2817. Okay. There we go. Oh no, wait a second. No, it should be the next page, not. There we are. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort my shit out, and it's not working for me. That's fine. Why is it doing that? Sorry. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I have the right link. It's for this specific one. It's the conversation where Dave sends Gamzee the Miracles video. But because you're saying if it was your first encounter with him, you'd think he was a baby. Reminded me of this. Okay. So I will skip the first sentence, but it's just something about I'm being disingenuous though, because we all know how important Gamzee is. At this stage, he's still a dark horse villain, so it's easy to mistake this passage for a lot of pointless bullshit. But it's laying the groundwork for a radically game-changing Murderstuck arc coming up soon. Not in this book, though. I feel some obligation to keep reminding you this now and then. Literally no one saw this coming. Not even one person, as far as I could tell. I spent every day scouring reactions online to all this. I guess the idea was too patently dumb. I feel like I used that to my advantage a lot. Like, there's no way that will happen. It would just be too dumb. Sorry, suckers. Nothing is ever off the table. So, because, you know, I wasn't around when Act 5, Act 2, or any part of Act 5 was being updated. Because I hopped in, I caught up right before the beginning of Act 6 Intermission 1. So, yeah, apparently back in the day when, you know, that was being serially updated, literally fucking nobody saw Murderstuck coming, and it was a complete out of nowhere shock to the fucking system. Yeah, so that was because with hindsight, right? Rereading it, you know, hindsight is 20/20. It's so easy to pick up all the little clues along the way, but yeah, God, you know, if to be a fly on the wall. Seeing people's reactions when those updates actually went fucking live. God. I can't even imagine. It'd be like S Game Over, but 10 times worse because they weren't coming back. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's take a journey all the way back to Gamzee's introduction and keep reading this. Well, yeah, you're doing that right now, actually. Since the ocean is right in front of you, and it's very hard not to see it, at least out of the corner of your eye. Oh, dang. Felt for sure you were someone's little lost Lucis on account of you being white all over. Not my old goat, for sure. That old bastard never once showed his ugly skull to share a pie. The tide creeps up the beach, and you take an automatic step back. The water looks normal, and Makara is up to his shins in the surf, but you still don't trust like that. You can teleport, but that doesn't mean you want your toes burned off by alien salt water or whatever the fuck. What about you, stranger? You ever get down on a hot, warm plate of gooey mess? Pie, motherfucker. I got one in the oven. Oh, how silly of you. You love pie. You love it so much more than any weird shit you thought he was talking about. And of course we all know where this is leading to. He grins and, oh god. Horror opens up a pit in your stomach as his skin cracks before you realize that it's makeup. He's got face paint on. You guess kind of like a clown thing going on? It tracks. The big pants, the wild hair, etc. That's actually kind of fucking weird, but really not as weird as it should be. Like everything since you began this rollicking friendship romp, this new information feels like remembering rather than learning. But right now, all you really care about learning or remembering is that sweet pie the kid mentioned. Hell yeah. You got your pan all at where it's supposed to be. In your sack. Gamzee. I fucking love this bit so much. God. Come again? Gamzee. bless you. My name, motherfucker. He doesn't even fucking... There's no, like, my name is, or, hey, I am. It's just, like, just fucking says it out of nowhere. And MSP Reader's so fucking confused. For a second, the kid's vacant stare sharpens. His gray eyes are like looking down a long, empty corridor, but for just the briefest moment, you think you see something lurking at the end of it. Something angry. And then it's gone. Gamzee brings you inside his hive, which is lopsided and shakes when the wind blows. Whoever designed it definitely got their architecture degree online. It also smells a lot like weed. You take a step into the living room. I know, he, like, that fucking 20-yard stare. God. Honk. Oh, Jesus Christ. There are like 40 little honk horns strewn around the floor in a pattern that makes it absolutely inevitable that you will step on most of them on the way to the couch. You give up after a few seconds of careful hopping and just honk your way across the room. It's a goose party up in here. Oh yeah, brother, make that music. Sometimes it all just gets too much to contain, you know what I'm saying? Gamzee sticks his head around the door to what you assume must be the kitchen. He's got flour on his nose. You thought he said the pie was already in the oven. What's he using flour for? Music... I love how that question just, like, never gets answered. The music builds up, don't it? It's like a miracle. Like a little ball of snot that's all caught up in your suck sphincters. That's a gross-ass analogy. You actually have no idea what he's talking about, and you're pretty sure that's not your fault. A bunch of clattering and banging interrupts your thoughts. Dear God, what is he doing in there? How hard is he baking? Then you realize it isn't coming from the kitchen. It's coming from a different door. A closet door. What even is that? Oh, fuck. It's you and Carcat. You must have time traveled without even meaning to when you zapped here. Damn it, you thought you were getting the hang of this. Read your friendship, Battle of Wills. We shall see. There are multiple endings. But how do you respond to this absolutely unforeseen turn of events? Alright, as usual, we're gonna do the short end, get that shit out of the way first, so we can just motor on through to the long form ends. So, this one is a pretty obvious one if you have played the Carcat route. In that route, Gamzee is the one who opens the door. So, the short way to end this off is to try and open it ourselves. You spring up to answer the door, because that's what any good guest would do while their host is busy fighting a pie. You honk your way over, making more music on the way. Miracles or whatever. You wonder what you're going to say when you see yourself. You'll probably be pretty surprised. Up close, the door is sort of warm? Not temperature-wise, more in an existential way. A narrative weight hangs around this door, and when you touch it, tingling heat shoots up your fingers. Man, this door is great. You don't want anything more than to open this door. Shit, you love this door. Just doors in general, actually. Fucking amazing. You love to open them up and be in one place, and then walk through them and be in another. You twist the handle. I love that entire paragraph so much. Aww. You are forcibly returned to the start screen. Try again, because that's not how it went before. So I think this has interesting implications for the whole, yeah, true. the whole, like, toying with canon that's been happening in these, because it's like, it may contradict Homestuck canon in that it's a complete divergence from the very beginning, right? But it's like it won't allow itself to contradict itself and contradict things that are already set in stone events for specifically within the Pesterquest canon, right? Because you'd expect that where was I going with this? I kind of lost my train of thought. I mean, like, I think I said everything I kind of wanted to say, and then I started to continue talking, and I was like, is this really necessary? Yeah, so that I felt like that kind of offered some interesting implications for where, the concepts of canonicity or how they're going to be working within this, like, specific framework of Pesterquest. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue where Karkat's route left us, with Gamzee opening the door. Let Gamzee open the door. Figuring this is the best way to prevent a paradox, you wait until the racket gets loud enough to alert your host. What's all that? You shrug and open your eyes real wide to show just how innocent you are. This is a total mystery that absolutely needs solving. Oh hey, hold up my brother. I'm hearing something in the scrub cubby. Some squeak beast what's all got itself trapped. The noise in the closet breaks off just as Gamzee throws open the door. Yep, same place as before. Other you and Karkat must be shouting at each other back in his hive. Well, he'll be doing most of the shouting. It really is a mess in there. Shit. Damn, the monster skittered off. Yeah, weird. You have no idea where they went, and you're totally sure it was not a friend of his who flipped out at the sheer sound of his voice. That would be ridiculous. Oh, no doubt. You're glad you agreed about that. Oh, and speaking of which, you mentioned that you have a friend in common. Karkat. Small, shouty? Gamzee cracks into such a wide grin, you're surprised his face doesn't turn inside out. Yeah, Gamzee's just like really rolling with the punches. Yeah, that there's my best fucking friend. As close as two wigglers what slithered out of the mother grub's frumpy ass together. Jeez, he has a way of saying things. We get our rap on. Rap? Like actual rap? Karkat doesn't really strike you as the rapping type. Not so much as you'd notice, but I know he's got that music inside him somewhere. All wrapped up under his skin, just waiting for a real motherfucking brother to rip it out. Aw, that's incredibly romantic, but also absolutely the creepiest shit you've ever heard. Oh, hell yes. An ungodly amount of steam issues from the kitchen, like someone baking in a cartoon. Whatever it is smells amazing, sugary with just a hint of sharpness to it. Did Gamzee ever say what kind of pie he's making? Miracle pie, sister. Miracle pie. Oh, nice. Miracle flavor. Sounds great, and not at all like it might burn the roof of your mouth off. Miracle flavor. Fuck me. Now I'm just thinking about the fucking Astif movie pie flavored gag. Look at his fucking face. Oh, also, there's in the top of the pie is the rage symbol. Oops, just hit my water bottle. But yeah, you can see in the swirls on the top of the pie, the rage symbol is camouflaged in there. Gamzee emerges from the kitchen, the sweet smell getting stronger as he comes closer. He isn't carrying any plates or forks or whatever, so you guess you're just going to eat with your hands? You look down at your grubby little paws. When was the last time you washed these silly things? You are disgusting. But then you get a look at the pie and realize that germs are really going to be the least of your worries. It's thick and gelatinous and green. Neon green. Poison control green. Like clip art of something toxic. You are absolutely sure that whatever that pie is made of, humans are not meant to eat it. Probably not trolls either. Gamzee sits down next to you, stretching out his long, skinny legs onto the coffee table, knocking over a stack of comics and a couple empty Faygo bottles. Yikes. This does not make you feel any better about his ability to make good nutritional choices. You ask Gamzee, as politely as you are able, what kind of pie it is. Oh dang, brother, a Nutri-mercenary never gives away his secret ingredient. All you need to know is this. The good shit. You wanna see the miracles the way I see them? You wanna see the miracles the way I see them. I know you do. I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your sea stalks. This is the shit that's gonna put you all the way over the top. All the way up over the top. Ugh. This is my favorite sprite in the entire game, and I fucking guarantee you it's the one that's gonna be used in the YouTube thumbnail. God, it's just so... This is, like, the description here, so Aysha wrote this, the description that Aysha gives it here is like, spot the fuck on. Gamzee gives you that one look. You know the one. When your friend tells you that they got some deliriously dank shit that they're just aching to share with you. That's a real thing that happens. It is absolutely drugs. This is a drug pie. Okay, so we have Eat the Drug Pie or Dare to Resist Drugs and Alcohol. And I'm gonna take over this one for the second endings again, just because this is another one where I think it's really important to do the bad ending first. And you will see why. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of take the reins on this one. Because I just didn't know, and ended up doing the bad end second when I played it through, and I fucking regretted it when I played through the first time. Okay. Buckle the fuck up. Dare to resist drugs and alcohol. You take a deep breath and prepare to stand up to peer pressure. You tell Gamzee that you think you'll pass on the pie. Whoa, for real? Nobody's ever turned down a bite before. Really? How many people has he offered it to? Gamzee grins. Well, motherfuck, you got me there. I fucking love that. He's like, damn, no one's ever turned down a pie before. But how many people have you offered it to? This is that split second of like, well, fuck. The answer is no one. Fucking hell. You already knew Dare was the bad end. I mean, yeah, this is another one of those ones that doesn't really try and play tricks on which one is the good end or the bad end. But, yeah. Splort, welcome! Yeah, I really loved that little detail of the rage symbol in the pie, too. I thought that was a perfect little Easter egg. Yeah, definitely a very nice touch. No fear, brother, no fear. You gotta be all doing what you're feeling. No way I'm about to harsh your brother's flow when it comes to all their personal preferences or whatever. Oh, thank God. He isn't going to think you're uncool for not doing his drug pie. You can't exactly recall where you've picked up the idea that Alternian drugs are not a good idea, but you're pretty sure it's right. There's some experiences locked in that unreachable part of your memory. Experiences that have to do with clown church. maybe just a good general rule of thumb. Avoid alien-controlled substances. Or possibly all alien substances. Maybe it would be bad for you to, even if it wasn't a drug pie. Your internal anatomy is still a mystery to you. Oh, I just remembered that there's also the Saraba route, but like, getting high with Saraba was the good ending, so I don't think that's the memory that MSP reader would be feeling, telling them not to take the pie. Actually, Gamzee is taking this so well that you feel emboldened to go further. Push a little harder. Man, you are really getting brazen with this after-school special shit. You suggest to Gamzee that, just maybe, he shouldn't eat the pie either. He raises both eyebrows and gives you a slow blink, looking from the pie to you and back again. He looks absolutely flabbergasted at the idea. Yeah, getting high was the good ending. Yeah. Although, I guess the same could be said for this one, because the other option earlier was to eat the fucking pie. Oh, true. I think, well, how did it go on Lonk's route? I think Lonk tried to make us try drugs. And then we said no, and then he fucking gave it to Diamond, and we got one of the best lines in the entire Friend Sim. I love putting drugs on my wiener. But, yeah, does MSPA Reader, like, have something to drink at that party? Because I can't remember exactly right now whether or not that happens. He looks absolutely flabbergasted at the idea. Hasn't anybody ever mentioned to him that he should be careful of what he eats? Not even Karkat? Karkat absolutely seems like the kind of guy to want to micromanage his friends' lives. Might have said a thing or two. Once or maybe 2 times. Does Gamzee ever think about following his good friend's advice? You pronounce it like Lan Q. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, like, none of the characters really have, like, oh god, the only word I can think of is canonical. But I guess that kind of fits the whole canon fuckery thing that's been happening in fandom anyway. None of the characters have, like, quote-unquote canonical, pronunciations for their names. So, like, that's how I'm inclined to say it. But, like, your interpretation is just as valid, because they're really, like, it's never even been spoken aloud before in any sort of official sense to even compare it to, and either way, I don't know, why not just let people have their interpretations? Yeah, I had a whole conversation with Noah yesterday, both before stream and a little bit during the stream last night, because we have just very different ways of approaching the pronunciation of troll names, and it seems to be based around, like, their inclination was more to stress the first syllable, where my inclination when I'm looking at them is to more stress the second syllable. You know, so like Terezi versus Terezi. Or like Feferi versus Feferi. That kind of thing. So, yeah. To each their own. The confused one has his horns this game. Ah. That's alright. It'll go back when it changes to another sprite. You tend to say it both ways? Yeah, see, I do that too. And, like, Terzi is the only character that I really do that for, right? Like, not, like, Feferi, I always pronounce it Feferi. But Terzi, depending on the sentence context and, like, how fast I'm talking, I guess. Sometimes I say Terzi, sometimes it's Terezi. But I do tend to fall more towards saying Terrazy. That is my first inclination. Karkat Vantis is the only universal troll name. Yeah. Yeah, like, we went over... God, we're sitting in my room, going over, listing all of the trolls, and, you know, so, like, Karkat Vantis, or, like, Vriska Circuit, Eridan Empora, were ones that we pronounced the same. Aradia's name? Aradia's the most differently pronounced. Yeah, Aradia, like... So I pronounce it Aradia Megiddo, and then Noah's like Aradia Megiddo, and I'm just like, God fucking damn it, Noah. Noah, if you're watching this, yeah, I'm not making fun of you. I love you. Yeah. So. Yeah, pronunciation is always a really interesting thing, especially when it comes, you know, it's not something I think about coming up or like being, not really an issue, but like, it's kind of the only word that's coming to mind when it comes to like streaming with another person, doing these things with another person. But that was like, wow, Noah and I really pronounce things very differently. Yeah, I think it's really cool to explore the ways that different people pronounce things, what sort of pronunciations people who are from different places or speak different languages kind of lean towards when it comes to the character names. I think it's neat. But, yeah. Yeah, we're getting the phonetic, busting out the phonetic spelling in the chat. Yeah. I think it's really neat really interesting topic of conversation to kind of compare things on. All right, let's try and finish this bad end before the break. Does Gamzee ever think about following his good friend's advice? Gamzee freezes with one long-fingered hand reaching for the pie. You can practically see the gears turning in his head. You catch another flicker of that flat, affectless menace behind his eyes. Then he splits into another big, sloppy grin. Fuck it. Gamzee rises eerily to his feet like he's on marionette strings, almost without bending his knees. Oh, there's another... I didn't catch that before. There's another reference to the marionette strings. I wonder if Kate and Aysha coordinated that, and if that's related to the whole thing that happened with Boulder and Doc Scratch. Because I'll talk a little bit more about the implications of this specific ending once we get to the end, but it could be related to a few things. Picking up the pie, he shuffles across the rumpus block and opening the window? And opens the window. He makes and holds eye contact as he throws the pie out of the window. Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to get rid of it, but what about the pie plate? Rev Scarecrow's troll names are the secret fifth or fourth. Yeah, Rev Scarecrow's troll names are the secret final pronunciations for each of the trolls. God, I wish I could like actually sit down and watch his streams more, because it is enjoyable to. What happened with Boulder and Doc Scratch? Okay, so so this is a spoiler for the Vriska route that we did on stream yesterday. So I'll give it a rundown, and then once I put the stream up, it'll be up in full beautiful glory. And you can probably also find someone else's stream. But basically, in the Vriska route, Vriska tries to mind control MSPA Reader, and they go to sleep, because that's what happens with Vriska's powers when they're not used on other trolls, right? So MSPA Reader, in their sleep, it's like something clicked when Vriska's mind control powers like fucking around in their head and just unlocked their memories from the friend sims. And Boulder came to them while they were unconscious, and basically this whole speech about canonicity, don't let anyone tell you the story isn't yours. I'd highly, highly recommend finding somewhere to either watch it or read it, because it was really, really well done, that whole scene. But at the end, these marionette strings start coming down from the sky and tangling up both Boulder and MSPA Reader, and then zap, you're in front of Doc Scratch. And basically he tells you not to get any smart fucking ideas, and then you wake up. So that is why the marionette string kind of tweaks something for me, like, was that a deliberate connection? Is there something there specifically referencing Doc Scratch with the marionette strings? Or was that just coincidence that they kind of used that similar language? But yeah, I hope that it wasn't a coincidence, because that's clever, I think, drawing that kind of connection there. And I will address again, after we finish this ending, I will talk a little bit more about why I think that is a distinct possibility, the idea of the marionette strings being specifically a reference to some sort of Doc Scratch control in this situation. Oh, okay, well, that's one way to get rid of it. But what about the pie plate? More where that came from. Anything I want, I just enter it into the computer and it appears outside the hive in a couple hours later. Fucking miracles, man. Doc Scratch is gonna get his ass beat before the end of Pesterquest. Y'all, Doc Scratch needs a fucking vibe check so badly. Or maybe just same-day delivery? Is there a troll Amazon? Gamzee lets out a creaky laugh. It makes you a little nervous, and you can't quite pinpoint why. Slow down, brother. You're talking all the deep motherfucking heresies today. Turning down a perfectly good pie, what could have got us well and truly seeing the glories of what the Messiah has put upon this planet. Don't take away my miracles, too. Boy, don't like that face. Not right now. Well, you didn't make him throw the pie out the window. You just made a suggestion. He didn't have to listen to you. No, you got the right of it. We'll do it your way. You never know. The old goat might come home for once. And he never likes it when I fly high on pie. Well, if he's sure. Oh boy, that's a fun little sprite transformation that just happened. Gamzee looks at you from across the room, silhouetted against the window like a black spot on the moon, and you think you may have made a mistake. You aren't exactly sure why, just something in the back of your head is shouting at you. Maybe you'll check. Just to be sure. So, I'm gonna give a content warning right now for Homestuck. Horror. Ugh. I don't know why that feels weird in my mouth. But yeah, content warning for Homestuck, because the vibe goes there, like, a lot. Like, it gets heavy. It gets a lot heavy. But for any further content warnings that are needed, I will give them when they're needed. So when Gamzee lopes back into the kitchen, maybe to throw more shit passive-aggressively out a window, you zap forward. Just a little while. A couple of days. The house is quiet, but everything looks mostly the same. When you listen, though, you hear a steady thump, thump, thump. If you didn't know better, you might say it was someone banging something against drywall. For instance, their head. The sound rattles through the stone of the hive and builds along the scaffolding of your body. With mounting dread, you zap forward a few days. The hive is a wreck. It wasn't exactly a showroom before, but now there are 3 times as many honk horns, and Faygo bottles overflow off the table. The couch bleeds stuffing from 3 long gouges. The TV is shattered, and every mirror in the house is broken. Every shiny surface slashed past recognition. It's like someone didn't want to see themselves. Gamzee? Oh, God, what happened? Oh no, I missed the... Okay. So let's, Okay. I missed my target line on that, and I do apologize. I thought there was another line after this. But strong content warning for blood and gore. Blood, really, but like a lot of it. And this ending does get upsetting. Just so you are aware and can make an informed decision. But I am going to continue reading now. Yeah, this is my 3rd time now going through this. I read this over twice before doing the stream, and it doesn't get any less upsetting. You zap to Karkat's hive. He knows Gamzee. He'll be able to tell you... Oh, God. Red everywhere. It's on Karkat's bedroom walls, the floor, even arching up to the ceiling. Karkat's red. Karkat's red blood. You've never even gotten a chance to talk to him about it. Your stomach curls in on itself and you fall forward onto your knees, retching onto the carpet. You haven't had any of the pie, so nothing comes up. Kanaya's room is in a far greater disarray. She looks like she put up much more of a fight than Karkat had. There are great gouts of jade blood over bolts of cloth and drafting table, but it's joined by deep splashes of royal purple. Kanaya's husk top glows sickly in the dim room. A smiley face with a round clown nose is painted on in blood on the screen. Beneath it is an instant message flashes. Fussy fangs, what the fuck? You can't ignore me forever, Miriam. I doubt you can even do it for one night. What? The cursor flashes. Green and purple ooze onto the keys, still wet. Oh God, he's gone after AG too. You have to do something. You appear in a tall stone room. You've never been here before, or maybe you have. Maybe you've already made good friends with this particular troll. It really depends on which option you chose at the beginning of the volume. God, why did you think that? Why isn't your brain working? What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel like you know all of this, but not. Like you watched it all happen to somebody else. From the distance, you hear a telltale honk. Ice sheets up your spine. Honk. That is the most cursed noise you have ever heard in your life. Jesus fuck, you are going to have nightmares filled with brass instrumentation, provided you don't die immediately. Honk. Oh, hey there, motherfucker. You're late. Oh, hey, Gamzee. You sure sure looked totally fucked up. Green and crimson paints his shirt, splashed up his arms to the elbows. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. 3 deep purple gouges intersect his face, still bleeding freely. Shit, dude. You should have kept doing your drugs if this was the alternative. Talk about an overreaction. Overreaction? It isn't no fucking reaction, little aberrant speck of worm meat. This is the true God's judgment. He came to me, motherfucker. He spoke his words in my ear. He's the only one what's ever bothered to say motherfucking truths to me. Who came to him? Who was speaking truth? Don't worry, you'll meet him soon. Honk, 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 honk! Oh god! Game over. So, yeah, that was a lot. Yeah. Even when I'm expecting it third time's the charm does not get any less disturbing. Yeah. Does not get any less upsetting on the third time around. Oh my god. But I guess I'll explain now why I feel like the marionette string was a deliberate reference to the dog scratch metaphor, I guess, visual metaphor that was used in Vriska's Root. So basically, this could potentially be there's that one timeline that is mentioned by Doc Scratch in late Act 5, Act 2, where before they even get into the game, Gamzee goes off the soap. I can't remember if it specifies that he goes off the soap or if it just specifically says that he something clicks the wrong way and he starts killing people. So, and then that is how they get the book with the genetic code for Doc Scratch, I'm pretty sure. So that, that could be kind of a tie-in here. Maybe intentional, maybe unintentional, but I think it's really interesting to draw those kind of parallels. You were scared, but like an intrigued scared? Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm not a horror movie person, so the moment that it was like, you jump ahead a few days and all you can hear is him banging his head against the wall, like, right from then I was freaked the fuck out, and then, like, I started fucking crying. I started fucking crying the first time I played this, when we got to Carcat's room. Oh, boy. Yeah. So, yeah, like, I'm not crying now, just to clarify, as much as I said that it doesn't get less upsetting. I guess technically it did get a little less upsetting, because I'm not about to fucking cry, but yeah, I had a bad time with that one, and that was the last one that I played. I'm so mad. I got the good ending first, and then I played that, and I was like, I need a minute before I do Vriska. Like, whoa. Yeah, that fucked me up. But, like, in a this was written really well way. So, it is 12:05. Let's load in here. And then take a little break. And then when we come back, we'll do the good ending and maybe actually fucking end on time today. Unlike yesterday, which went a full fucking hour and a half overtime. Okay, good ending coming up soon. Back in 5. Alright, hey folks. I am back I apologize for the delay. I was trying to find the specific pages that referenced the book with the code in it, but I'm not getting it. I don't know if I'm looking in the wrong section or what, because I was pretty sure that information was in the green doc scratch section. I'm pretty sure that's where they talked about it, but I could be wrong. I tried using a couple of what's it called? Keyword searches on the website, but they didn't really get me anywhere. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong spot. I'm still doing it right now. I'm clicking my way very quickly through the backstory of the sign list. I'm so sure that it's in here, but I don't know. I found a couple of good reference photos of the book. Because that's the one that he stores the photos in when he's showing you all of these things, right? But I just got to the part where Hussey's beating him with a broom, and something's telling me the information I'm looking for is not in this section. Out of the green section, and that did not contain the information I was looking for. Well. Yeah, I'm already at the shoosh pap section. I guess. See, I think this page is at least a good visual reference for what I'm talking about. So I'll send this one in chat. Not exactly the place in the story I wanted to be referring to, but close enough, I guess, in terms of the visuals. Let me get that break text off. And, let's get that good end. Eat the drug pie. You know what? Fuck it. You're magic. You can do whatever you want. You scoop out a big green glowing glob of poison pie. It's so gooey and thick, it almost slides right out of your hand. You manage to get a little bit of it into your mouth. Oh, it punches you right in the taste buds, so sweet your teeth ache, and without any discernible texture. Just goop that slowly fills your mouth and coats your throat. Wow, this sure is a tactile experience. It doesn't taste bad, just sort of like you just swallowed a big sweet mouthful of... Oh, nausea hits you in a wave and every nerve ratchets tight. Yep, this is definitely not meant for whatever kind of creature you are. Your body wants to reject it. You lean over the arm of the couch and prepare to give this volume an additional content warning. But the feeling passes. And not only does it pass, it is accompanied by a rising sweep of euphoria. It shivers up from your stomach and into your brainstem. You let out an unintentional sigh of happiness and settle back down onto the couch. Wow, you feel so great right now. Holy shit, drugs are awesome. You want to do them all the time. No wonder Gamzee was so intent on getting this pie finished. If you were him and you knew this secret to the wonders of the universe, you wouldn't ever eat anything else. Ever. A long finger taps you on the shoulder. More, motherfucker? He offers you the pie plate, and you eagerly dig your fingers in. It's getting all over the couch and your face, but you do not care. You just want more of that perfect, contented feeling. Gamzee watches you with dreamy approval. Somehow the two of you end up in the supply closet. You aren't really sure why, it just feels like a good idea to go in there. Possibly to investigate whatever it was that was making a bunch of silly noise just a few minutes ago. Oh, you know what it was you! You and Karkat. You guys came to visit Gamzee one time, but Karkat wussed out. You'll try harder next time. Good try, motherfucker. You're not pulling my stuff that easy. My nubby little brother hasn't been anywhere near my motherfucking hive. I've tried to get him over here again and again, you know? But he's all got this hate on for face-to-face hangouts. Not like you. You got your motherfucking pan blown right the fuck open. You're like me, my sister. You're wide open to the motherfucking miracles. You tell Gamzee that he's totally right. You are so ready and open to whatever miracle comes along. But no, seriously, if he wanted to, the two of you could go visit Karkat right now. He's probably sleeping off his trip to an alien planet, but you could wait, or just step forward in time a little bit. That's a thing you can do. Oh, for real? Why didn't you say so then, motherfucker? Zap us out of here. Sure. Right away, anything you want, best friend. Gamzee gives you another of those wide, messy grins, like he can't contain his joy at the thought of being someone's best friend. You totally sympathize. You can't actually remember how to use your magic powers right now. You think it's possible you're a little too high. Oh god, Karkat's gonna throw a fit. Yeah, that was my first thought too. I was just like, oh no, this is a horrible fucking idea. But then they're like, you're too high to use your powers. And I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Okay. Sorry, just had to... I hope the microphone didn't pick that up. I just snapped my neck. Or not snapped it, cracked it. God, that bad ending has my language center all fucked up. You don't even remember how you came... You don't even remember how you came to... Oh, the mic picked that up? Rip. Yeah, that was my neck. Look, my neck, okay, so Noah stayed the night. I mean, we were streaming until 2:30 in the morning, so, you know, but this morning, we got up and I just, like, snapped my neck really loudly and they just looked at me like, was that your neck? I was just like, yes. Yeah, it's, not a great situation. Look, take it from someone who fucked their shit up and is now in physio for neck and shoulder and, like, some back issues. Just sit up straight. Have good fucking posture. Don't hunch over your technology. And take breaks when you're using a computer. Okay? Because, like, I had, all through high school, you know, and, you know, part just in my, like, early university even, I didn't care about that stuff. I was hunched over, I was sitting in weird positions, I was, you know, fucking myself up. Please pay attention to your posture. It's so important. Yeah, I cannot tell you how much I regret not putting a little more effort into, like, holding myself in a proper, healthy way. Yes, and the result is neck cracking that sounds like that. And that wasn't even a lot. It was like twice as loud this morning. You don't even remember how you came to be lying on this filthy closet floor and looking up at the filthy closet ceiling. Shouldn't you try to keep the place with your cleaning supplies a little, cleaner? No worries, my brother. There isn't any rush. I got my certainty on that one day we're all gonna get together in one big horn pile. My boy Carcat, T-Dog, Equius, that nasty cerulean bitch what's always mad as hell. Everybody. So that line reminds me that at this point, the only troll that has not been given a passing mention, at the very least a passing mention, is Feferi. So really, the gates are wide fucking open for who the next volume is gonna be. Everybody. We all climb up to the clouds together. You've never cracked your neck? That's a good thing. See, here's what I've noticed. Things only start to crack, and, especially crack that loudly, when you fuck them up. So it's good that you have never cracked your neck before. Tab sprites? I'm hesitant but excited about Tabros because so far every single route, I don't know how Aysha feels about Gamzee, but every single other route has been given to a writer who fucking loves that character and is so passionate about them. So I'm really, I'm hopeful that the same will be said for Tabros and that he'll get something a good fulfilling route. Very will be starved for content forever. Perfectly Generic Podcast, the last episode with their live show in Chapel Hill. Aysha did confirm that her dad will be returning to Friendsim and he will be writing Feferi, which is real cute because, he can be cited as saying that Feferi is his favorite, which, continues the trend of the writers being passionate about being picked for being passionate about what characters they're writing for, right? So yeah, it's really exciting to have that confirmation. Also, just Geezy's writing, his Friendsim stuff was fucking phenomenal. So I'm super, super happy that he's coming back, even for just one volume of Pesterquest writing for Feferi. Makes me I'm very excited to see what he's gonna come up with. Crack your knuckles but your hands don't hurt. Yeah, I don't know the science behind why things crack, but I feel like it's from maybe overuse or something, because I get I also have arthritis though, so I have a little bit of a different experience. But I get the joint at the base of the thumb where it attaches to the hand and the wrist on both of my hands. I can crack that really easily. It's not loud, but it's very, very easy for me to crack. And the joints in my thumbs, just because probably phone use. Yeah. Don't take my word for that because I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know if that's actually why things start to crack. Anyway, you indeed, yeah, maybe we should not go into so much detail on that particular point. The thought of it makes you cringe. Yeah, okay, well, we'll stop talking about that now. Canons could probably be defeated by teleporting her into space and just leaving her there and handing Feferi the Empire. Ooh, that is definitely an interesting theory. Yeah, I'm kind of low on ideas of what Feferi's route could be. Because I know, the Gamzee route, people kind of expected that it would be something to do with the Sopor, as an example. And, the Rose route, it was kind of expected, that it made a lot of sense for it to be, about her relationship with her mom, because that's something that's very big, that's kind of stressed a lot during the early acts. Very brain. I'm not too sure. I don't really have any specific ideas for Viveri. So I'm really interested to see where they take that. Vibe checker Vriska mom style. Also true. Kurt. Okay, now I have to Google the word that Aleph just said because I don't know what the fuck that means. Am I gonna regret Googling this? Aleph, what does that mean? I'm not getting... I'm getting cursification definition of Collins English Dictionary. Oh, it's JoJo. Oh, well, I'm getting Collins English Dictionary as well. It's just telling me it's the process of turning into karst. And karst is denoting the characteristic scenery of a limestone region, including underground streams and gorges. So that... Would that be turning her into limestone? I don't fucking watch JoJo, okay? Maybe one day, but not anytime soon. Yeah, I got, I'm behind on my schoolwork. Yeah, so what does that mean in a JoJo context then? Oh, it just means trapping someone in space? Oh, like cars from JoJo. Oh, okay. I haven't watched JoJo. Okay. Trapping someone in space. That is definitely another option. You probably should eventually, because Sam talks all the time. Yeah, I know that it's been on my radar for a long time, but I have so many fucking animes to watch. Like, I've still never seen Madoka or Evangelion, what's that other one? There's another one that I don't remember the name of. Everyone who can't fly or teleport can be trapped in space. Yeah. Madoka's not on your list? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody at this point has been spoiled for the twist that happens. But, like, I don't know the specific events, so... I'm still kind of interested. It's like a... considered a classic, I guess. Anyway. Now we're talking about anime. Now we're getting way off the board. I know we're making good time, but I still would like to actually finish on time today, so I'm trying not to let this slip too much. You watched one and you didn't even finish it. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's 3 videos on Madoka. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot about Madoka since it peaked in like 2012, I guess. Is when I remember seeing it the most on Tumblr. You don't know who some of these people are, but that's okay. You're confident that they'll all make amazing friends, and you can't wait to climb up into the sky with them. What'll you do once you get up there? We ride the Dark Carnival all the way to paradise, my brother. The Dark Carnival. That sounds familiar somehow. You feel like you've heard of it before. Oh, I should hope so, motherfucker. Anybody what's got all kind of head for religious dogma and all's heard of this shit. I knew you were a real one. Oh, yeah, for sure. You are the realist. But, like, imagine you weren't as real as you could be. What would you tell some dumb asshole who has no idea what Gamzee is talking about? The Dark Carnival's where the path leads to, my brother. Back in the old days, the righteous got their blood poured out when the time came. All that purple paint in the ringmaster's circle. Nowadays, it's more of like a metaphor and shit. When a motherfucker dies, his soul is all ruptured up from his corpse meat, right? And that soul's got to all up and go somewhere, don't it? It's not just about to float around untethered. So it rides up to the carnival, where it gets all right and properly judged. To see whether it's been a good bitch or a naughty motherfucker. Anyway, that's how the miracles work. So if anyone is interested in learning a little more about the Dark Carnival, there's I'm actually going to wait to point you in this direction, and you'll see why in a minute. Right. God, that sounds amazing. You really hope Gamzee gets there one day. What was that ghost image? Was that the Dark Carnival from a certain little clown's route? Something jagged slams up against the haze of drugged contentment. You feel it like a booming knock on the inside of your consciousness. You remember a face. Gamzee's face. No, not quite. Karako! It's a face with makeup, but it's younger, kinder, more vulnerable. You remember this. This is a friend. You remember you had friends. You remember a clown. With a monumental effort, you force yourself into a sitting position. Gamzee is still splayed out on the floor, totally gone. You have to figure this out. For a split second, you had it. You shake your head, trying to clear it. You stagger up. Gamzee makes a sleepy noise and rolls onto his side. You stagger back into the living room, feeling your way across the wall until you find an evolution trap. You locate the sink and splash some water on your face, trying to focus enough to concentrate, but not enough to lose this thread. Somehow you know that if you become too aware of yourself, you are going to completely forget everything again. It's almost like someone wants you to forget. Forget all of your friends and your past adventures. You close your eyes and picture that friendly clown face. A name drifts across your mind, almost close enough to snatch. Karako Piero! Zap. All of your other thoughts trip through the narrative, and all of your other trips through the narrative have been instantaneous. 1 second you're in a place, and the next you're in another. This time the air feels warm and gelatinous, like trying to run while waist deep in water. The drug pie could just be fucking with your powers, but you know in the core of you that isn't right. You are where you aren't supposed to be, and something here knows you're trespassing. Something here is awake, and it sees you. Your body goes through a series of shivers, not unlike when you first tasted the pie. Some distant layer of you knows that whatever you're experiencing is wrong and not meant to be seen by anyone, as if somehow you've gotten a glimpse into the subatomic level. Your vision stretches out in a long, empty corridor, and at the other end is, T-posing figure. A T-posing figure, a silhouette. We get no more details than a T-posing figure. What the fuck, indeed. Yeah, trying to theorize, like, it could be Doc Scratch, it could be Andrew Hussey, it could be Aysha as the author of this route. It didn't have horns. So, it is likely not a troll. Wait a second. Yeah, I know. What was that? God. I suppose that is another option, yeah. We don't really know. You slingshot back to Gamzee's hive, hitting the floor with what feels like every inch of your body. God, how can you fall on your ass and your head at the same time? How is that legal? Even worse, you appear to have sobered up much faster than you have any right to. The high has broken like a fever and you are sweating through your trendy collared shirt. You turn. Gamzee has somehow moved himself to the couch while you were doing whatever it was. Trying to throw yourself into part of the narrative you don't have permissions to see. He looks significantly less stoned than before, too. Where'd you go at, motherfucker? The one, Damek, yeah. Damek's T-posing sprite. Damek's T-posing 3D sprite. Yes, I have seen a couple of guesses at Damek T-posing. Oh, you just tried to pop in to visit someone? Someone you thought you remembered from your past. And it went wrong. Somehow you're just getting the image of a T-posing figure, which is absolutely absurd. Damn. That's some deep nonsense right there. Some righteous fucking noise. Yeah, you guess so. Probably just the drugs, though. Gamzee looks at you through slitted, hazy eyes, and you realize that trying to explain anything to him when he's in this state isn't going to do any good. Just a fever dream. And that's probably exactly what it was. Shit. Maybe this is what the kids refer to as a bad trip. Is this what Gamzee does? Just sit in his hive all the time and get high? Well, that's a perfectly respectable way to deal with a hell place like Alternia, but God, it makes you sad. All of these kids you've met so far make you so incredibly sad. There, now you went and bummed yourself out. You're exhausted. You really aren't above doing the least amount of work for the highest possible reward here. You shrug and tell him that probably what you experienced was a miracle. Gamzee's beatific smile makes it all better. Victory! Damek is secretly a man in a troll suit. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, pardon me. Oh. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to bed, like, right after this. God, I have to fucking work tomorrow. Just finish your Smash Bros. Match. You know this was a bit ago, but your favorite theory of the T-poser is that it's Rosebot in her factory default. Ooh. Yeah, that is another really interesting theory. Why do they all have wild-ass shit in them? That's just Purple Blood's fucking, like, culture. Clown Church is fucking wild. Any of the 3 people on the ship T-posing would be hilarious. That is also very true. Yeah, I do kind of hope that it's not anything to do with the epilogues. Just as a matter of personal opinion. Yeah, so we usually take a look at these. We looked at the Vrisco ones yesterday, but we'll do a little review. So we'll start with Gamzee's, though. Miracle Worker. You got really high with Gamzee. Maybe a little too high? She murdered you in a perfectly normal and conventional manner, like with an axe. God. Well, she was going to murder you with an axe, specifically to use your blood to paint on the walls of her church. So, I'm gonna say that shit's pretty fucking wild. Yeah, rage has something to do with narrative narrative bullshits. I gotta study up on my fucking class spec theory. I really am not strong in that subject. And then Vriska's Mother Thrower. You changed Vriska's life forever. You wonder what broiled spider tastes like for ditching that spider in the volcano. Fuck yeah. And then, of course, no doubles for trying to choose the same class as Vriska. And Weenie for choosing the same class as Stavros. And the credits. So, executive producer, director, all that stuff's the same. Writers. What did my computer just fucking do? So yes, we've talked about Kate Mitchell wrote Vriska, and Aysha Farah wrote for Gamzee. Character artists, Haven Daniels Taylor, and this is their first time doing character art for Pesterquest, or they were not on Friendsome either. Yeah, and the sprites were fucking awesome. Background artists, we are back. We have another set from Courtney Brundle, as well as the ending illustrations. Music. So all of the songs used in this were older tracks. So we have Gamzee's theme, Miracles, which it's Alternia or Alternia bound. I think it's Alternia. I'm pretty sure it's Alternia, but I may be incorrect. And Gamzee's second theme, which happens in the bad end, is Midnight Calliope, which is from Alternia Bound. And Vriska's theme, Super Ego, Yen Nucleus Rodriguez, Super Ego. This is from Colors and Mayhem Universe B. And Volume 6, we'll be back at it with David Chumroll for the coding shit. So, close menu. 15 minutes early. You know what? I'm liking that. I'm very tired. I got, still got decent sleep after being up so late last night, but, I'm still kind of feeling the effects of being up incredibly late and actually getting up at an okay time today. The grandest of high bloods, yeah. Alright, so as long as nobody does any more fucking surprise shit, next weekend will be Dream Daddy. And it might be the last weekend of Dream Daddy streams, depending on... We were able to squeeze 2 dates into one stream last weekend. That one went up on YouTube. And so if we can squeeze 2 dates in one stream this next weekend, then that'll be the last weekend for Dream Daddy, because we only have 3 final dates left. We're almost done. We've been playing that game since, fucking May. It's been a long time coming. And then once Dream Daddy is finished, it's fucking Homestuck time. It is Homestuck reread time. Homestuck reread 2 Electric Boogaloo, I guess. Wash Act 2 released this morning because you tempted fate. I know, right? I know. Pardon me. Watch something like that fucking happen. Watch us get another fucking deluge of shit this week. Another 30-link community news section at the beginning of next weekend's streams. God. Okay. Yeah, but that's what's up for next weekend. That's the 9th and that'll be the 8th and the 9th. Well, in my time zone at least, I know. Starting streams around midnight, sometimes it's a different day for other folks. Sometimes it is a day forward. But, yeah, for me, that's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on November 8th and November 9th. Alright. So that is that. That's the plan for next weekend. For right now, though, I'm tired. I have to get up for work tomorrow. I'm going to bed. Oh, hey, Gaster Two Soul. Homestuck 3 Part B, Vast Error. God. Vast Error is another thing that I need to, like, eventually start reading. I don't know. Maybe that would be something fun to do using, bonus streams. But I wouldn't upload that to YouTube. That'd just be, like, really chill streams. Might just, like, start streaming from wherever I'm at rather than, only reading when I'm on stream if I do something like that. A Harry Potter in 90 seconds but with Homestuck. Oh yeah, that sounds really cool. I'm falling asleep at the wheel. It is time for me to go. I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your whole weeks. Weeks singular. I will be seeing you all right back here in a week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week. Whatever you may be getting up to, I hope that the week treats you well. No, wait, this is my best joke. God. Okay. Homestuck 3, we brought Half-Life from Valve and are making Half-Life 3 instead. Oh, dear. Yeah. Homestuck to the power of 4, 2 webcomics simultaneously. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're swear there's gonna be another deluge of content this weekend. We're just gonna be drowning in community news links again. You made it through a full stream for once. Woo! Yeah, sweet. Here, cheers to more full streams and more hanging out. It's been chill having ya. But yeah, the moment I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, my brain was like, oh, you want everything to turn off now? We're done here? Everything shut down? So yeah, thought processing is like, what? I have to go. Wonderful rest of your day and your week. And fingers crossed, I will be seeing you all right back here next Friday for continuing and to polish off Dream Daddy. And from me to all of you, good night.